Just consider Speaker Johnson's state and district. Just look at the murder rate. That's nearly 4 times higher than California's in Louisiana.
Have at it.
Again, Gavin Newsom will do anything for attention. He can name drop me all he wants. He needs to go and govern his state and not be engaging in all of this. Look, we have crime in cities all across America, and we're against that everywhere, and we need to bring policies to bear. My hometown of Shreveport has done a great job of reducing crime gradually, but we've got to address it everywhere that it rears its ugly head. And I think every major city in the country, the residents of those cities, are open to that and anxious to have it.
So there's a lot of lies there, that little evasion by Mike Johnson. First of all, LA didn't want the National Guard there. That was very clear. The people didn't want that. In DC, the polls are clear. 80 to 90% of the population don't want the National Guard there. He doesn't care at all what people actually want. And it's ironic that he's like, Gavin Newsom, he just wants attention by pointing out crime rates or whatever. Well, you guys are doing that. He's doing the same thing you're doing, except he's just accurately pointing out where the crime actually is. And it seems like it's in your backyard, Mike Johnson. Why aren't you worried about that? Because again, what Gavin Newsom is doing is inconveniently blowing up a narrative. And the discussion that they want isn't about crime and how to deal with it. If you wanted to do that, you'd find where the crime actually was rather than just pointing to blue cities. And you'd solve it in a way that makes sense rather than just temporarily stationing the Marines there. No, this is about the president wanting this pretext. He wants to look strong. He wants to look assertive, and he wants to do it in areas where he's crushing blue cities. When you point out that Shreveport has a bunch of crime, or as I'm gonna do later in this segment, that it's red states where the crime actually is, he doesn't care about that. And he's going to evade. So we're gonna go to one more clip because now this is a pattern where Mike Johnson is being asked about this. And oh boy, he's dancing, he's coming up with cover stories or whatever and doesn't want to deal with the fact that the crime is in his backyard. Take a look.
I was gonna ask when you might be calling for the National Guard in Shreveport, which is, you have part of your district is Shreveport. The FBI statistics, actually violent crime per 100,000 residents higher in Shreveport last year than Washington, D.C.
There's a lot of good work that's been done. There's a lot of reasons for that, but we have a Democrat DA there who has not been prosecuting crime as some other more aggressive DAs have around the country. Soros funded that individual to be elected. But I'll say that it's an urban area that has a lot of problems that are happening around the country, and we have to address it.
So would the Guard help? If the Guard can help in D.C., the president has said he wants to send the Guard to Chicago and other places. Why not Shreveport?
I don't know. That's not my call.
Would you
ask me necessary? Well, I don't know. Let's take one city at a time and see.